And now, it's time for Aviation News with Angela.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my weekly show, Aviation News with Angela. This episode and further episodes of this series is always brought to you by Oakland San Francisco Bay Airport. This week, we are discussing aviation news articles like United adds ORD gates, Elliott continues to get paid, among others. So let's get this aviation news party rolling. First, we go to United buys Spirit's final 2 gates at Chicago O'Hare. Weeks after selling and assigning gates to American, Spirit found itself to be an equal opportunity hustler, opting this week to sell and assign its final 2 gates at Chicago's O'Hare Airport to United for $30 million. That should buy Spirit a couple more weeks of time as it tries to sort itself out in Chapter 11 bankruptcy for the second time in a year. Going forward, Spirit will continue to operate at ORD, but it will operate out of common use gates now as they are the most likely to have leftover change that the airline's gate agents can scoop up to help with its bankruptcy reorganization. The gates are G12 and G14, and are expected to transfer to United after a hearing in bankruptcy court to approve the deal on February 24th. As part of the sale, Spirit agreed to do a full cleaning and disinfecting of the 2 gate areas prior to the transfer, and United agreed to return any brass knuckles, nunchucks, or other weapons back to Spirit within 45 days of taking over the gates. For United, this may turn out to be a case of, the best defense is a good offense. CEO Scott Kirby swore up and down that we wouldn't be in the market for Spirit's distressed assets at ORD, a stance in conflict of this move. But perhaps it's not about who got them, United, but it's about who won't be getting them now, American. What's next in Chicago? Who knows, but whatever it is, it'll be exciting. Next, Elliott reduces stake in Southwest. At just about the same time as the first person took their first assigned seat in Southwest history, its savior, or foil, depending on your perspective, Elliott Investment Management reduced its stake in the carrier to about 9%, down from its peak of 16% last fall. This continues a trend of slowly reducing its holdings in the airline bit by bit over the last several months. Its current holding falls just under the 10% threshold required to call a special shareholders meeting, giving it far less say in the operation of the airline. Although that might just be a moral victory for Southwest loyalists, as the changes that are now codified in the carrier's ethos, assigned seating, charging for the first checked bag, were what Elliott wanted. According to an SEC filing, Elliott's position in Southwest comes out to a cool $1.3 billion, or roughly enough to cover the first checked bag for the next 8,572,428 passengers. Elliott says it made the transactions for portfolio management purposes, which we believe is PE speak for, our work is done here, now give us the money. Now, we have Southwest, United to debut super commercials on Sunday. Be prepared and get ready. Both Southwest and United will run 30-second spots during the Super Bowl on NBC. Southwest's ad will stream nationally for both fans watching the game on Peacock, while it will run over the air on NBC's traditional broadcast in 6 markets: Austin, Chicago, Dallas, Denver, Honolulu, and San Diego. The ad celebrates, that's Southwest's word, not ours, its new assigned seating model while paying homage to its former open seating policy. United will be focused on connectivity in its ad as the carrier touts its Starlink Wi-Fi installation and that it's already been completed on 300 regional aircraft, just not the one you're scheduled to fly on next week. United's ad will also run in select cities, with a focus on destinations where it operates regional jets including Cincinnati, Cleveland, Colorado Springs, Denver, Houston, Indianapolis, and Kansas City. Who knew Denver would turn out to be ground zero for Super Bowl Sunday commercials from airlines? When apprised of this development, both Frontier and Denver Air Connection declined to comment. Next up is Frontier eliminates 8 Frontiers. Frontier's schedule was finally extended through summer this week, and as part of the extension, the carrier will end service to 8 destinations. Flights are now bookable on the carrier through September 8th, but if you're wanting to go to one of these 8, you're SOL, which is so out of luck. Burlington, Vermont. Green Bay, Wisconsin. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Missoula, Montana. Portland, Maine. Savannah, Georgia. St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and St. Croix also in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Savannah, St. Thomas, and St. Croix have Spirit service while the other 5 do not. In addition to these 8, Frontier does not currently have plans to operate to Boise, Idaho, Charleston, either West Virginia or South Carolina, Spokane, Washington, Syracuse, New York, or Tulsa, Oklahoma after May, but is not formally exiting those destinations yet. And finally, we have United's overnight shutdown went unnoticed. What are they thinking? We've all been there. You shut down your computer and it starts downloading and installing an update you didn't ask for, and it tells you not to shut off your computer during the process. United took that process and put it on steroids Wednesday morning as the carrier shut everything down from 2:30 a.m. to approximately 6 a.m. Eastern Time to allow it to run an upgrade on its reservation system. The carrier took its internal reservation system, shares, and transferred its data center from an undisclosed location in North Carolina to Chicago as part of its eventual transition to cloud-based Amazon Web Services. The migration required the carrier to take much of its services offline for a few hours, including customer-facing app and website access plus internal systems for staff only. To prepare, it proactively canceled hundreds of overnight flights to reduce its footprint during the shutdown. Remaining flights in the air, including international and domestic red-eyes, continued without incident, and United was able to bring everything back online shortly after 6 a.m. Wednesday. As the system came back online, rumors that staff from other American airlines were seen trying to keep United offline were unconfirmed, but a 10-gallon hat and a package of Texas toast was found behind one of the servers as if someone had left in a hurry. Weird, isn't it? Okay, enough with that. We are going straight to Carolina Ramirez for the airline potpourri, the list of aviation odds and ends.
Air Cambodia is the newest carrier to join the Boeing family. Air Moana is adding a third ATR 72-600. Will Bulworth Air Charter get a ninth ATR 72-600? AirAsia is expected to place an order for 100 A220s. Will Air Illinois be next? American is adding service from New York JFK to both Calgary, Alberta and Quebec City, Quebec, both of which are in Canada. Both routes will operate 3 times weekly from August through October. ANA is investing $17.5 billion in its fleet. Avianca is making the rare decision to add value to its economy-light fares. It's also going to resume serving Caracas, Venezuela next week. Biman Bangladesh fired CEO Shafiqur Rahman after his arrest for abusing a member of his house staff, who apparently was just 11 years old, which brings a lot of other questions with it. Delta is adding summer seasonal service from Boston, Massachusetts to Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada and Austin, Texas to Asheville, North Carolina. El Al is adding Apple TV to its in-flight entertainment. Emirates will begin operating a second daily frequency to Tokyo Narita beginning May 1st. KLM CEO Marian Rentel received a second term of 4 years. LATAM had a profit of $1.5 billion in 2025. Porter is adding 3 new routes to the U.S., Ottawa, Ontario, Canada to both Phoenix, Arizona and Miami, Florida, plus Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada to Phoenix, Arizona. The YVR to PHX flight marks Porter's first transborder destination from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Qantas is divesting its stake in Jetstar Japan. Saudia now plans to debut its A321XLR late this year. Can Thailandian Airways be next the following year? Singapore will begin service Riyadh in June. Starlux's first European destination is a very pragmatic choice. Swiss took delivery of a second A350 this week. Terraming to code share agreement with SAS. Tiger Air Taiwan ordered 4 A321neos. Uganda Airlines is in the market for a new CEO. If interested, please remember to use the code Cranky on your application so we get a $100 kickback referral fee. Vietnam Airlines will begin 3 times weekly service to Amsterdam, Netherlands in June. The lorries will begin year-round, 2x weekly service from Querétaro, Mexico to Denver, Colorado in June.
Thank you very much, Carolina, for the nearly 3-minute discussion towards the end of our show. And this is the end of the first episode of Aviation News with Angela of February. And here's my moment of levity for y'all. My wife asked if, for once, she could have some peace and quiet while cooking dinner. So I took the batteries out of the smoke alarm. Now with all of that out of the way, it is time for me to sign off so I can volunteer for an extra special field trip for Telglandian River Twin Cities Elite Charter School. Thanks for watching. This is Angela, signing off. See you next week.
It's a supersonic flight, gotta keep it going.